Hello, and welcome to the 2021 Forbes Thrive Future of Food Summit. A special thank you to our founding partner, SVG Ventures Thrive, our presenting sponsors, Dollar General Corporation, Indiana Economic Development Corporation, and Agrinovis Indiana, and our presenting sponsor, Wilbur Ellis. We're excited to announce that Forbes has launched a food and ag newsletter, Forbes Fresh Take, Big Ideas Changing the Future of Food. This newsletter is where we will share our upcoming events and the most compelling stories, insights, and advice for and about the trailblazers working to build a better food system. Following today's event, check your post-event email for the link to register. Please note, closed captioning is available for this event by clicking CC in the video player. We are excited to have you be a part of the conversation. You can vote in polls and submit questions for our speakers by clicking the Join the Conversation button located at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, or by going to slido.com from your mobile device and entering the event code #FutureOfFood. Now, please welcome Sherry Phillips, SVP Forbes Live, and John Hartnett, founder and CEO, SVG Ventures Thrive.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the 7th year that we at Forbes have convened this community alongside our founding partners, SVG Ventures and Thrive. Today, we have over 89 countries joining us, and 41% of attendees are from outside the US, with all 50 states in the US represented. From the beginning of our foray into the ag and food arenas, we've held the belief that this community will be at the forefront of solving some of the world's most critical issues. Today, we'll hear from the farmers, business leaders, startup founders, and policymakers who are at the heart of all of this work and who, along with us, have experienced massive vulnerabilities uncovered by the pandemic within our supply chain and food systems. These catalysts and change agents have accelerated change and been so responsive during this time. Our partners at SVG Ventures, along with our presenting sponsors, Dollar General, Indiana Economic Development Corporation, and Agrinovis Indiana, and partner sponsor Wilbur Ellis have all been invaluable in helping us craft a program today that addresses the challenges most top of mind to the ag and food industries, while highlighting the entrepreneurs and innovators that are working to solve these challenges. Now it's my honor to introduce our partner in all things future of food, John Hartnett, who will explain more of what's to come with our exciting Thrive Forbes Demo Day later in the program.
Thank you, Sherry, and greetings from Silicon Valley. We're delighted to be here again for our 7th year. It's incredible how time has flown, and we're excited about the program today. We're really delighted about Steve's lay of the land and some great panels, and our demo day, which is going to have some great startups from around the world. And we're honored, obviously, to be able to be joined by U.S. Secretary of Agriculture, Tom Vilsack.
So, John, let me start with a few questions here. Thrive has a unique position in the industry, working with global startups, corporations, government, and farmers. How would you sum up the past year in the agri-food sector?
Well, there's a lot going on, I can tell you that. I mean, it's been a record year. I mean, despite the challenges of COVID, and there's an increased awareness and focus and urgency on the food supply chain, as well as a renewed priority placed on climate change, net zero emissions, sustainability, and an even greater focus on the UN Sustainability Development Goals. The US agriculture industry will play a key role in the push to climate change and to meet the Biden administration goal of the US economy and to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. We will hear more about that with our chat with Secretary Vilsack later in the program. Many of our corporations that we work with have also developed their sustainability challenges and are taking action on these key areas. And many see ag tech as the solution for climate change. A great example of this is our partnership with Bayer, where we launched our sustainability challenge earlier this year, and we received over 300 applications from startups from around the world. At the same time, venture capital hasn't slowed down, even in the COVID situation. Agri-food technology hit an all-time record of 26 billion in 2020. That's up 10x since we started our journey here, Sherry. And one of the biggest deals of last year was Plenty with SoftBank and Driscoll's, and that was a key milestone for the industry. And we'll chat about that later as well when we chat with the founders of Plenty. And several of our Thrive top 50 lists have announced multi-billion-dollar SPACs over the course of the last year. Companies like AeroFarms, Ginkgo Bioworks, a $17.5 billion SPAC, and one of our Thrive top 50 companies being acquired by our partners Valmont for over 300 million. So you're seeing a lot of activity now taking place across, and I think this is just the start of a lot more coming forward. Over the last 7 years, we've graduated, 7 cohorts during these events, and these companies have now created almost $1 billion in value. They have seen significant traction and success stories like Neuritas, Trace Genomics, Arable, Tortuga Ag, FarmWise, FarmX, AgroSmart, AgShift, Burrow, Microgen, Magro, Boost Biomes, Livestock Water Recycling, Bomitra. These are all the names that are now major companies. And when we met them earlier in our journey, they were just starting out their journey. So it's been a great year, and looking forward to the next one.
Great. That's so incredible. So I understand, John, that Thrive received a record number of applications this year. Can you give us some background on what drove the increase and the plans moving forward?
Yeah, sure. I think in addition to our normal Thrive 7 global program where we go out worldwide, we also launched a global initiative, and we did that in partnership with the USDA and the US State Department. And last year we ran regional challenges in Africa, Australia, and Canada. And our global initiative also is tied into solving some of the key critical challenges facing the global agriculture industry. And we aligned this with the UN's sustainability goals. So, these have really deepened our linkages across the world and built the ecosystem. And we're now currently running our European challenge with ICL Planet Startup from Israel. And we're supported by BayWa in Germany and Arnua in Ireland. And then later this year, we're going to host a Thrive LATAM challenge with the US State Department, with Local from Argentina, the Food Hub in Brazil, and Startup Mexico. So as a result of all these challenges that we're doing in these different geographies, we have seen over 700 applications from 78 countries around the world. And this year, we selected 12 startups for our Thrive 7 cohort. And SVG Ventures led the investment in these startup companies. And we had co-investment also from our partners, Stage 1 Ventures, Wilbur's Cavallo Ventures, and also Osprey's Ag Science.
That's incredible. So I hear that you have 2 exciting announcements to share with us today. Can you expand?
Sure, yeah. I mean, as part of our global plans, we launched our inaugural Thrive Canada Challenge with our founding partners, Farm Credit Canada, in January. And this was officially opened by Canada's Agriculture Minister, Marie-Claude Bibeau. So earlier this morning, we just announced that we'll establish a national Thrive Canadian innovation and investment platform, headquartered in Calgary in Alberta. And we've been working on this plan for the last 18 months with some of the key players in the Alberta government, Calgary Economic Development, Alberta Innovates, and Olds College Smart Farm. And we also launched a survey across 120,000 farmers with United Farmers of Alberta to represent the voice of the farmer. And special thanks to the Minister for Agriculture and Forestry, Devin Dreeshen, and also the Minister for Jobs and Economy and Innovation in Alberta, Doug Schweitzer, as well as Mark Blackwell, who's the chairman of OSIF, and also Laura Kilcrease, who is CEO of Alberta Innovates. And we've built a great new partnership with Olds College, with Stuart Collum there. So that's been a big expansion for us, and we're excited about that. And then, last but not least, we're thrilled to announce that we've joined forces with Spruce Capital Partners in San Francisco. They're a leading ag tech venture fund with over 300 million in assets under management and an impressive portfolio with 4 ag tech unicorns. So our partnership will be called the SVG Spruce Ventures, and our investment focus will be on digital bio disruptive technologies across the agri-food value chain, sustainability, and the broader bioeconomy. So stay tuned.
Thank you, John. It's going to be another exciting year in the agri-food sector. We have a short video to share, and we'll get this going, and then we'll turn it over to Steve Forbes.
SVG Ventures Thrive is an innovation and investment platform based in Silicon Valley, and we're focused on the agri-food tech sector. We work with global corporations, farmers, and startups to advance the future of food and agriculture through innovation. We work with over 5,000 startups from 100 countries, and our Thrive Accelerator was ranked the #1 agri-food accelerator by AgFunder. We've graduated an international cohort every year since 2014. Crunchbase ranks SVG Ventures as the most active agtech investor with over 50 investments to date in the sector, and those startups have created almost $1 billion in value. Our open innovation programs and corporate challenges identify technologies for our partners that accelerate their innovation priorities, investment, and acquisition strategies. We were honored to launch the USDA Innovation Imperative at the Agricultural Outlook Forum with the US Secretary of Agriculture. We run major agri-food events and regional challenges around the world with partners like Forbes Media, and these key events are bringing our corporate partners, farmers, investors, and startups and the entire ecosystem together.
Well, we think that Thrive is our most important relationship in terms of understanding the ag tech landscape. The thing that we really appreciate with Thrive is that they help us bring together this whole vast landscape of tech startups to our industry. And that's really a great value because there's so much going on in this space that for us it'd be too much to try to make sense of, but Thrive does a great job of that.
Being a part of Thrive has meant an incredible network of world-leading ag tech entrepreneurs, as well as very powerful connections to large corporations who are interested in or already actively engaged in innovation in agriculture.
People have great ideas around the world, and what they've done a really nice job of is convince these folks, one, to come and interact with us, two, to listen to our problems so they can then adopt and adapt their technology or their solution to our problems. And that's going to make change and improvement and sustainability move ahead much more quickly for our industry. And so Thrive helps bridge that gap between the know-how in Silicon Valley and the application here with growers in the Salinas Valley and growers around the world.
It is really something that you couldn't get on your own as a startup. There's just no way you could facilitate that type of networking and that type of opportunity without someone like Thrive. And I think they just do it best.